ask the question. But before you ask question, do let us know at least your name, where you're from, and who's your introducer. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. And I would like to urge every friends, no sound. Wait, can you hear me? Yes, no, yes, no.
Can.
Yes, yes.
Hey, how come somebody type no sound? Somebody type no sound. That's why I suddenly got jammed. So you all can hear me, loud and clear, right? Okay, good. Then without further ado, let's get started. So if you have any new friends that is coming in, do still send out the link. Okay, do still send out the link to all your friends who's English speaking or want to know more in English. Do send out the link. We will still continue going. And at the end of the session, if they have any question, we will do it. We'll do a Q&A. Okay, I'll start the presentation now. So give me a moment. The thing is loading. Okay, so I'll start the presentation now. Sorry, stop first. Need to reshare. Yes, please. Okay, so we are actually known as Successmore, and we started from Thailand. So let's go into it. Okay, so first and foremost, like what I mentioned, we'll go into the company and the background. We'll go through the comp plan, which is the business plan. That's where the money comes from, and also the product. Okay, so more about our company background. Successmore is registered in Thailand, founded in April 5th, 2013. Okay, so basically, why this date? Because in Chinese, our founder is actually a Thai Chinese. So the value of the Chinese culture and the respect for our forefather is what he has in mind. So that's why he started it on this day, because on that particular day, in 2013, is actually the Qingming Day in Thailand, in our lunar calendar. Qingming is a day where we actually go and visit the late forefather or the grave of our ancestor, to pay our respect, okay, and to remember them. Okay, I'll just go very fast. If there's anything that you are not sure and you want to ask, let me know. Okay, or write down your question to the end of the session, then I'll answer you. Today is a very informal session, so it's an internal training session, so should be okay. Okay, so actually in 2019, we are actually by far in Thai direct sales history of 40 years, we are the first, and at the current moment, the only company that is public listed. So you see, in 2020, September 8, we are actually listed in Thai Stock Exchange. Okay, 39 years was what I prepared last year, so it was 39 years. So this year is actually the 40th year, 40 years. Okay, direct sales in Thailand has a long history, but we are the only and the first company, okay, in Thailand direct sales history to be public listed. And back then, when we were public listed, we are only 7 years old. So how impressive is that, right? Okay, so what does it signify? It's actually telling you that we are a real company. We are a legal company and a proper company, legit, okay, legit company. We go through very stringent audit in order to be able to be public listed. The transparency of the audit, that the company is fair and we are righteous. So we are not like any other non-professional, or you should say non-proper company out there. Okay, it signifies that we are real and we are true. Okay, so more about our founders. So basically, this is our founder, Dr. Sidawi. Like what I mentioned, he's a Thai Chinese. Okay, he has 8 different branches of clinics, okay, cosmetic clinics in Thailand. He's a ear, nose, throat specialist. Okay, ear, nose, throat specialist, and he's a real doctor by profession. It's not the name doctorate only, but he's a real doctor by profession. And not only that, okay, he's also the medical volunteers of the royal family that was led by the princess, the second princess of Thai, okay, that goes round the third world country, the less fortunate area in Thailand, and do free medical volunteer work, giving them free medical attentions and also advice. Okay, and on top of that, he also sit at the board of a lot of medical hospital in Thailand. He also have a very strong experience of a direct sales. Okay. Okay, the next up is actually our CEO, Nompakri. Okay, he is an NLP certified trainer. Okay, NLP certified trainer. Okay, and not only that, he has been on the board of a lot of direct sales companies, so he has very good experience. He has a nickname in Thailand, and his nickname in Thailand is called what? The Anthony Robin in Thailand. Okay, we all know that Anthony Robin is a renowned motivational trainer worldwide, and to be known that he's actually the Anthony Robin in Thailand, we are so privileged to have him in the board, guiding the builders and the partners in Successmore to a higher level and a great height. He's highly sought after in Thailand itself. Some of the clients that he has served or trained are like 7-Eleven, IBM. These are some of the clients that has gone through his training. He has trained over 10,000 over 10,000 of people, okay, in Thailand itself. Okay. Okay, so this is a very brief of what the company is. Okay, a quick background. So next up, we are going into the compensation plan, which is the business plan. So we all know the difference. Okay, being in the traditional business, you not only need the base capital, which is not going to be cheap. Even if you want to start a soybean drink stall in a hawker center or a food court, it's not going to cost you anything lesser than at least 100,000. Why? Because you need to pay for your deposit plus your rent. Then you need to do a basic setup. And if you're in Singapore, you want to be in the F&B industry, you have to have a basic setup of all stainless steel base. You cannot just have anything that is wood made or any other metal material made. Okay, it must be stainless steel in order for you to get a good grading to continue your business. Okay, and then on top of that, after you set up your business, you still need to purchase the goods that you want to sell or the goods that you want to cook to sell, right? Then you need to pile up goods. If you are opening up a mini mart, you need to start stockpiling. Why? If not, you can't just have a pack of cigarette or just have one lighter in your mini mart. Then what's going to happen if that piece of merchandise is already being sold? You have to place another order for the next merchandise to be there for the next customer, which is going to take very long. So every time you put up an order to have something to be on sale, you need at least a 5 set or a 10 set, and that is called stockpile. Because if it doesn't move, your money is sitting there. Okay, so like what I mentioned, shop front, you need a shop front regardless, whether is it a store, a drink store, food store, a merchandise store, retail store, you still need a shop front. Whichever front, you still need one, right? Then next up is your rental, which is your overheads, your utility bills, which is your overheads. If you are not doing your business alone or you cannot manage your business alone, you need a staff. That is another overheads. So you just imagine running a traditional business, you will need, before you even get started, you already have to take out hundreds of thousands of dollars just to do the initial setup. Okay, Only after that, you start your profit, you start your sales, lessing out all your expenses, your overheads, then will you get your profit. And a lot of us know, if you want to be a true business, traditional businessman, first year you don't get anything. Second year you might be able to make a little bit, or you might even break even, or third year then you start making money. It's never easy, okay? But provided you must have enough financial backing to hold you that long, right? Next, Successmore is actually a new trend business. So why do we mean a new trend business? Basically, what we mentioned earlier on, we do not have to take out a single cent. We do not have to create the hefty amount of hundreds of thousands of capital or upfront payment in order to start a business. In order to start Successmore business is actually very, very simple. If you're in Malaysia, it's only 40 ringgit, and if you're Singapore, it's only $20 Singapore dollars. To be very frank, with the economy today, how far can $20 bring you? Or what can you do with $20 or 40 ringgit? Maybe just have one meal, right? Or you can only buy cinema ticket or movie ticket for one person, because now movie ticket is like $15, $16 in Singapore for one person. You can't even buy ticket for two person. So what can $20 bring you? But in Successmore, $20, 40 ringgit can bring you a business that will blow your mind off. Okay, so what's up after being a member? With that $40 and that $20, you are now a partner in Successmore. And the next thing that you need to do is get yourself promoted to a supervisor or an executive level. How do you do that? Experience the product, buy things that you need, change brand. You have been buying things on a regular basis, okay? Regardless whether economy is good, regardless whether pandemic is here, right? For the last 5 years, you have been spending money on toothpaste, you have been spending money on laundry, you have been spending money on shampoo, but what return do you have? Zero, nothing. Now I'm telling you, once you finish whatever household product you have at home, okay, change brand, use Successmore, accumulate your, every product you buy will have a PV, which is a product value with it. So accumulate your product value. You have 60 days from day one that you register to do this accumulation. This is only for new member, new member only, okay? So if you did not make it to the minimum ranking of your personal sales within these 60 days, you will have to go by per calendar month. Okay, so it's 750 PV, which is equivalent to about 500 ringgit or $180, okay, within 60 days. This is approximately what you actually spend in a supermarket if you realize and you keep in track, okay? Then, if you are able to make it, accumulate and make it up to 3,000 PV, you basically up rank to an executive level. And once you're at an executive level, there's no demotion. It's a once in the lifetime thing. As long as you're a partner in Successmore and you hit executive, once you hit an executive, you are forever an executive, no demotion, so long as your account is live. Okay? And how much are we talking about? About ringgit $2,000 and Sing about 7 to 700 plus dollars. It depends on what you're buying as well. Okay? Different product has different product value. Okay? Next, after you achieve your first personal ranking or the highest personal ranking that you can ever achieve as a personal on a personal level, which is the executive that I mentioned to you, what do you have to do next? The next step you need to do is to do your monthly maintenance, 250 PV, which is equivalent to about $180 ringgit and about $60 Singapore dollars. This is not a lot of money if you are looking after your own health, which is getting your own supplement to look after yourself, or if you are getting household product that you need, okay? Buy your detergent, buy your shampoo, buy your shower cream, buy your shampoo, okay? Whatever you need, right? And then you can do this in a month. 250 PV is not a lot of money. But some friends say, no lah, I'm just a consumer, but I don't want I still want to do a maintenance. Can I do it? I say yes. You can do a 100 PV maintenance, but should there be any new sales accumulated or created by your by your friend that you introduce, right, you will not be entitled to any bonus. 100 PV only helps you to accumulate and roll over whatever PV you have in your system, but it doesn't give you any bonus. That means there is no payout, even though if you qualify for it. Okay, so to play safe, the best is accumulate. Do your maintenance of 200 PV on a monthly basis. That is the best, because whether is there bonus, no bonus, doesn't matter. It was just in case last minute your friend decided to buy something in your network and then you don't get a bonus. Then I was like, oh shit, why did I do that? So let's not miss out. The 100 PV is more for is a more humane system that has been upgraded recently, because during the pandemic, a lot of third world country members, they are not so cash rich, and they are having difficulty struggling to do the maintenance. So this is a special humane new upgrade that the company introduced to help a lot of new members and a lot of people who just started the business or are in the third world country that is suffering and struggling. Okay, so don't say I never met I never warn you 250 PV to play safe Okay, next up, okay, Scmpv. What's the difference between Scmpv? There's whenever you go to our office and buy things, they will always ask you a question: BMC or ROC? Okay, a lot of people don't understand what is called BMC and what is ROC. Okay, basically BMC is a temporary hold. Okay, temporary point holding system that actually holds your point, and after which you can actually transfer it as and when you want it. Okay, which means that so long as it's within the month. Okay, so long as it's within the month. You like for example, this month I bought the Phyto V set. Okay, three, it comes in three. So I cannot break it up and put one directly into my ROC as my maintenance. So what I do is I put everything into the BMC. Then from your back office, you log in and do your transfer. Transfer your own BMC to your ROC for your own maintenance. Okay, then what happened to the balance? For the balance, see who else in the network needs extra PV that has, if you have already achieved your 750 or 3000, so you have already achieved your supervisor or executive, then see who else in the system that needs your help. Okay, transfer it downwards to them. Else, at the end of the month, just put it down to the lowest or the furthest member that is on your left or on your right. Okay, I'll explain why, because we will be able to accumulate and get bonuses from it. Okay, so next up, okay, the perks of having SCM, that means Successmore PV. The perks of having PV is extra PV can be transferred. Okay, it's not just for yourself, it can be transferred. Okay, if there's any cycle or any bonuses that is being paid out that you're entitled for that month, the balance and leftover PV will not be reset. Okay, you will not reset. Accumulation of unpaid bonuses PV will be roll forward to the next month, and there's no deadline for it. So you can continue accumulating your PVs and roll forward so long as you do your monthly maintenance. You might have a question: if I forget to do my maintenance this month, how? I'm sorry, your PV that is accumulated at your back office will be striped off 50%. Okay, that's why we always remind our friends and our partners, whether you have any bonuses this month or not, do your maintenance on a monthly basis. Make it a habit. Okay, so that you do not miss out, you do not lose out. You never know which friend of yours or friends and friends of yours or people that are in your network that was not referred by you but was referred down by one of your top introducer above your hierarchy, suddenly just get started and you start getting bonus. Okay, Now, important part, where did the money come? Where is the money? Show me the money. This is where the money come from. We have a 5+1 bonus. That's where you can see where the money come from. First up, okay, the retail bonus, the first order bonus, the star maker bonus, our cycle bonus, our leadership, or we call it the matching bonus, and a one-time off special bonus. Okay, so what is retail bonus? Our retail bonus is basically looking at about 15% and above. Okay, 15% and above. So how do we look at it? Like for example, FITO V. Okay, being a member, you can actually get it at 55 Sing dollar or 170 ringgit, but retail is recommended at 89 Sing dollar or 270. So basically, for every FITO V, you make the difference between a member price and the retail price of about 34 Sing dollar or 100 ringgit. So you are able to sell away 10 set of these at a retail price, then you'll be able to make an upfront one-off based on whatever sales you do, a 340 or 1,000 ringgit. Okay? Then what is called the first order bonus? First order bonus is when you yourself is a supervisor or executive, you start referring your friend and start sharing what you have experienced with us, and they join you. So once they achieve supervisor or achieve an executive, you get a 30% for your first generation and a 10% for your second generation. The difference between a supervisor and an executive is if today you are just a supervisor, you can only get for generation one. But today, if you are an executive, okay, the same manner, you hit an executive and you did share with a friend and introduce a friend into the system, and your friend hit executive, you get 30%. But if your friend in the same month also get another friend, that is considered your second generation, and that friend became a supervisor or an executive, you get an additional 10%. So long as you get promoted when your friend get promoted. Okay, it doesn't matter whether it's before or after, but it has to be in the same month in order for you to enjoy this bonus. Okay, so for example, if you're talking about executive 3,000 PV 30% or G1, okay, multiplied by exchange rate. What exchange rate are we talking about? We are a Thai-based company, so it's divided by the Thai exchange rate. So basically, first order bonus is about approximate ringgit 112.5 or $39. Okay, that is for 30% for first generation. And you're talking for 10% second generation. After the exchange rate, you are talking about 37.5 and about $30 Sing. Okay, 37.5 ringgit or $13 Sing. And this is not through your effort, no. If your friend introduced, but you still get money, no. Not bad, right? But this is also a one out. So every one new member comes in, their first 3,000 points of or 750 750 points. This is the 30% or the 10% that you get. Okay, clear? Right. So this is an illustration of how you can actually get the first order bonus. So basically, you are a executive, you introduce an executive, and you get the first generation 30%. Sorry, excuse me. Then your friend introduced a second generation, another friend. The other friend also became an executive, you get 10%. So you get $13 or $37. So you see, your friend can start introducing non-stop. Okay, and you can get money non-stop as well. Okay, wait, let me just go back a little bit. Okay, so you will also get money. So just imagine if you just introduce two friends. Okay, in Successmore, we go by the binary system. So we only have two teams, a left team and a right team. There's no number three team. Okay, there's only two. Okay, the best comes in even number, which is two. Okay, Chinese like even number. Okay, so everything comes in two. So you introduce two generation one friend, which they actually also follow suit by what you did by introducing two extra generation two friends. A total, so long as everything happened in the same month, you can get a total of 375 ringgit or 130 Sing. Okay, so even if it doesn't happen in the same month, it doesn't matter, you will still get this money. But very important thing is, if all this doesn't happen in the same month, you make sure you are executive first, okay, so that you don't lose out, right? Okay, next. Okay, so basically, first order bonus, you receive it. In order for you to receive it, you must be a supervisor and above. So if today you are just a member, you're not even a supervisor and above, right? Then you introduce a friend. Then you start asking, how come I don't have commission? My friend EX already. That's because you have not attained the position yourself. So the prerequisite here is, in order for you to get this first bonus, first order bonus, okay, or to open up your door to bonuses, you need to be at least a supervisor or an executive. So if you can be executive, don't be a supervisor, because executive basically open up all the doors for all the bonuses that you can get. Okay. And the new upgraded, more humane way of doing of getting this bonus is, as and when your friend buy a product, so long as you attain supervisor and above, as and when the friend that you introduce into the system buy a product, okay, you will get the first order bonus. You don't have to wait for your friends to accumulate to a supervisor or executive before you can get the bonuses. Okay. And you can get up to a maximum of 4,000 PV. That means your new friends that is in the system, maximum 4,000 PV. Okay. Within the same year, within a year. 4,000 PV accumulation within a year. So if let's say you have a consumer in your system and every month your friends only buy washing detergent, dish cleaner, and softener, and that goes on and on and on and on. So he buy like 2 sets every month, and then you ask me, Junee, he buy 2 sets every month. So do I still get that first order bonus? Yes, you do, up to 4,000 PV in his account. So long as he hit 4,000 PV, you still get your first order bonus. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, next up, Star Maker bonus. Star Maker bonus basically is a little token from the company to help, to thank you for sharing the business. So in order to be qualified for this bonus, the prerequisite is you have to be a star yourself. How do you be a star? Simple. You, which is a smiley face, you see up here, this smiley face, okay? Introduce two friends, which is the left and the right, okay? Then you become, and you yourself and your two friends has to be a supervisor or an executive. So once you do that, right, you become a star. Okay, become a star. So you need to have a left and a right, and yourself, supervisor or executive, you be a star. Best to be an executive for everyone. Okay, then you get higher payout, right? If not, your payout will be less than half, right? So what happened is you nurture your friends to do the same as you. So when your friend introduce two friends who's executive, a left and a right, your friend must be first generation, cannot be somebody else's in, introducee, must be your own introduce, direct introduce, first generation, then you are qualified for it. When your friend become a star, sorry, my system a bit slow. Today network like a bit lag. Okay, when your friend become a star, you become a star maker because you nurture your friends to be exactly like you. Okay, and when your friend become a star and you become a star maker, you will receive a one-time bonus of $78 or $225. Okay, that is provided everybody is an executive. But if you are a supervisor, then you or your friends, one side happen to be only a supervisor and not a full executive, right? You only receive half of it. But there's no limitation how many star maker you can have or how many first generation friends you can introduce into the system. You can introduce 50 friends. Out of the 50 friends, 10 friends became a star. Over the next 10 months, you receive these 10 times because your 10 friends became a star in the 10 months, right? But you can only receive one star maker bonus for one friend during the whole period. Your friends is in the system. Okay? If anything not clear later, you can ask me. Okay, basically there's no restriction. So this illustration is only to show you that you can introduce as many friends as you want. You can your friends can take their time to be star, but it doesn't matter, you still get your money. So if you have 4 friends in the system that that become a star in the next 4 months, you will get a star maker bonus of 900 ringgit or a star maker bonus of 312 Sing dollars. Okay. Oops, sorry. What happened to my? Hold on, let me just quick look. How come my screen gone? Hold on. Wait. My screen. I think today got some technical hitch. My screen keep having issues. Hang on. My screen keep having issues. Sorry for the technical hiccup. Here we are back again. Okay, so this is where we stop. Just now I talked about having 4 star maker bonuses. So it's about 900 ringgit or $312, right? Then next up, what's going to happen? Sorry, a bit too fast. I think we went a bit too fast. Okay, so basically, yeah, so this is it. So, but then if you do not have, if your friend do not introduce both left and right to be executive, but one of them is a supervisor, then he or she is a star maker. He or she is a star, but is a supervisor star, which you only get a minimal, a very small amount of money. I think it's only $30 or so. That one I can show you later. Okay, I can show you later. That one I'll show you later. I'll okay. Next up, so whatever I showed earlier on is actually all one-off bonus. But what's going forward is going to be something that is mind-blowing. This is where your big money start coming in. So pay very, very good attention to this. Okay. So the next up, cycle bonus. Okay. Why? Because previous one are all personal sales. Okay. The previous bonuses are all depending on your personal sales. Okay. But now, this cycle bonus, we are talking about group sales. So all you see the cycle bonus of your left and your right, your two network is in two different color, one in gray and one in orange. So basically, any single sales of PV that is created within that network, whether is it introduced by you directly, indirectly, being put in your network directly or indirectly by any of the other pioneer introducer before you in the system, it's all your group sales. And with that, right, every month, at the end of the month, so long as your strong leg has more than 2250 and your weak leg has 1005 PV, it will cycle off one cycle. It's considered as one cycle off. And every one cycle off, it actually gives you, okay, in Sing is $31 and in ringgit is 90 ringgit. Okay, let me see if I can just enlarge this. Cannot. Okay, I can't enlarge this. Okay, never mind. It's okay. Okay, but that is provided if you are an executive. If you are an executive, I'm going to show you the difference. Putting in the same effort for the entire group, but yet today, if you are a supervisor, you only get $26 for $26 Sing dollar for the same cycle and only 75 ringgit for the same cycle. Why do you want to get 75 ringgit when you can get 90 ringgit? Same job, same effort, same time spent. Okay, so that's why we are telling you, if you are new in the system, get yourself up to the executive level within the 60-day or as fast as possible. Don't waste time, because this is where the big money starts showing you. Why? And just now when we talk about PV being able to roll over, because there's no perfect figure or perfect number that will go exactly 2250 or 1005. Okay, every time somebody in your network buys something, is related to you. And I'm telling you, this is regardless of country. Okay, regardless of country. You might have a member in your network somewhere from Malaysia. You might have one somewhere in US. Might have one somewhere in the Atlantic, okay? Doesn't matter. Every single cent they spend there, or they buy to ship over there, in Vietnam, in Laos, in Cambodia, the sales matters to you because the PV is accumulated in your back office, in your system, in your network. Okay, this is where the big money comes, right? And whatever balance from the cycle, you can have 5 cycle, 10 cycle, 100 cycle. The difference between the cycle, the balance PV can always be accumulated next month. It does not zero off. That's the beauty about the system here. And if you were to ask me, what are the levels of depth, the depth of the network that I can get or accumulate my group sales? Infinity. Okay, infinity. There's no limit in terms of the depth or the level in your network that you can enjoy this cycle bonus or accumulate these group sales. It's indefinite level. Okay, so just imagine if you have somebody in your network that bring this all over the world. We are opening up in Philippines in another month or 2 time. If somebody in Philippines see the potential of this business and exploded in Philippines, you are here sitting at home under the aircon comfortably watching the complan with me now. Somebody in Philippines buy something, yeah, sales clock in your network. That's how beautiful this system is. Okay, but the only restriction is it applies across board, whether are you a member or the highest ranking in the company. Every single account is capped at 1,600 cycle every month. Okay, it's capped at 1,600 every month. How much in terms of money are we looking at in 1,600 cycle every month? We are looking at 50,000 Sing or 144,000 ringgit. And this payout, this money, listen clearly, this money, this payout is on top of everything else you see just now. So on top of the retail bonus, so when you sell, you got retail, right? The difference on top of the first order bonus, every new member you introduce, every first 4,000 PV that they buy in the system, you are able to get 30% for first generation and 10% for second generation. Okay, you still get it. And the third one is a star maker bonus if any of your friends become a star this month. That 3 bonus, you still get. This is on top of whatever else you get. You still get this indefinite level group sales cycle. Okay, so long as there's 1,500 to 2,250 to knock off, is considered one cycle. Okay, and the only limit is you can only do 1,600 cycle every month, every single account. And if that day comes and if that happens, all balance PV will still be accumulated and roll forward. Beautiful, right? I tell you, you can feel the excitement in my voice. Okay, this is what that really get me really excited, because I've not seen a company and a business plan that is so humane that they actually recognize every single effort and every single hard work you put into the business and your network, and all the support and all the how you say, the your dreams and everything else that you put in it. Okay, they recognize every single bit of it. That's why they don't take away anything that you have put your hard work to or your effort to. This is what I really appreciate, and I'm very thankful to this system, this platform, and this company. Okay, like, let's do a quick illustration of what I mentioned earlier. We talk about that is you, EX. We talk about your left and your right. Okay, you have friends coming in. You can be a sponsor. Okay, your friend who introduced in can introduce somebody else before you start introducing. So you see, it just go on and on. So you get what I mean by directly, indirectly, by you, your friends, your introducer or your partners up above the hierarchy. Okay, So what happens if these people buys? Okay, all their PV are accumulated upwards. And this is what you call group sales. Okay, not by you, but by everyone in the system. You have that 6,000 PV on your right side. And when you do the same, okay, even even by the introducer, so it doesn't matter who bring in the sales or who introduce these people in your network. Even when you're not ready to get started, nobody is stopping. Everybody is still moving forward. And this will happen. And a lot of our partners in the system got triggered to start and got excited. It's because of this system as well. Because we actually help every single one along the line and in the network to progress and move forward together. So we make money together. Okay. So you see, the number of PV will increase by the number of people that increase in your system. Whether you want it, you don't want it, it still moves. Today you might not have seen it. Today you might not have understand it, but the system is still moving. Just like what people say that you can stop, the world won't stop. The world, the globe will still continue revolving. This is what our system is. Okay, right? Next, let's see what happens if you start introducing somebody. You see, you only do one side, you start introducing one person, okay, and that person start moving and start introducing more friends. You notice your whole right side is not introduced by you. It's introduced by other people. These people you don't know, but they are in your network. But when you start seeing the beauty of this system and the company and the product and whatever else that attracts you, right? And you start taking action, what's happening is all this will start becoming your money. Because before you know it, you will have a huge network that will give you the sales you need, just like this. Okay, why is it not moving? Okay, just like this. Okay, so the right side, it may not be somebody that you introduce, but eventually you still got to put somebody in, okay, to balance your up ranking. After executive, there's more level to up rank, which I will show you in a while. So you will still have to put somebody in. But before that, there's already a group sales there for you. And then when you start introducing people and when you start having sales on your left and right team, that's where the magic happens. Ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. That's where the money comes. Okay? Very, very important. So let's see. You see, if you start having all this, and every single one, preserve very on a very conservative level. We are talking about just 3,000 PV for every single executive. We are not talking about anything more, anything more or anything less yet. Okay, just a very conservative figure. We are looking at 750,000 PV and also 1.125 million PV. Okay, and when this cycle off, how many cycles can you get? Okay, when you cycle, pam pam, dang dang, magic. Okay, you can actually get about 45,000 ringgit or 15,500 Sing dollar. Okay, 15,000. Okay, and the new more humane upgrade system that the company have put into the system is previously, if you only happen to have one of your team moving, the maximum amount of PV that you can accumulate in the system is for one side, the other side no sales one side is only 2.4 mil. Okay, that's the max cap every month. Anything more than that, sorry, we cannot have anything more added to it. But now the new upgraded one is 3.6 mil. 3.6 mil is exactly equivalent to 1,600 cycle for one side. So that's how humane the company is. They know that you are putting in effort. So with that, and times are bad. So with the extra effort that you put in, they don't want to take away your hard work. So they are giving it to you. Okay, so that's the best. We have a lot of friends who has hit that, and I'm on the way there. But good thing, I took action on the other side. So now the next thing that I will see is more money instead of more PVs. Okay, so basically what we are looking at is actually on screen is actually 500 cycle. So 500 cycle times $90 ringgit is 45,000 and 500 cycle of $31 per cycle. Provided you are an executive if today you're not an executive, you don't get 15,500 you only get less than that based on $26. So $5 per cycle, 500 cycle, you lose out $2,500. So go and count properly whether you want to be an executive or a supervisor. Same effort, same time span, okay? Same number of work you are doing. Same, how you say, same words that you are speaking, same saliva you are spitting, but then result is different. So very, very important. Executive, executive, executive. Always remember, be an executive as soon as possible, or if not within 60 days, must do, must have. Huh? Right? Next up, matching bonus, or we call it leadership bonus. This is something extra. And this is on top of everything else I share with you. Everything else I share with you earlier on, okay? Everything else I share with you earlier on. So this one is something on top of everything else. So what is a matching bonus or leadership bonus? So basically, being a supervisor or being an executive, for your first generation, you are entitled to 10%. 10% of what? 10% of the cycle bonus that your friend is getting. You're not getting your friend's money, but the company is rewarding you 10% of what your friend is getting. So if your friend is getting $100, you get $10. Good or not? Good. Your friend have a cycle bonus. So out of the cycle bonus, the company give you 10% of what your friend has. That is called matching bonus. So they match 10% of what your friend is getting. So that is for your first generation, direct sponsor first generation. As you progress after supervisor, after executive, the next rank upwards, bronze, silver, gold, you need to challenge for it. And in order to challenge for this new position, you need to have the sales figure for your weak leg 10,000, your strong leg 15,000. Okay, vice versa for different rank. And what is the ratio of 1 to 1? Ratio of 1 to 1 is on your left team and your right team, you must have at least one supervisor in each side, or at least one executive in each side. Whether can I have an executive and a supervisor in one of the side? Yes, but you must have two of anyone. Okay, that is one of one. To fight for the rank of a silver, you must have two of two. So whichever two, doesn't matter, but you must have that too. And vice versa. But then you see on the orange color column, why is it so special? Platinum. Okay. In order to challenge up a full platinum ranking, you need to challenge twice in 6 months. What do I mean by that? What I meant is you need to have a bronze on your left and on the right. That is the prerequisite number one. Second prerequisite is you must have 60,000 sales on your weak leg and 90,000 sales on your strong leg. Okay. Once you reach that, you hit the first level of platinum Q1. Within 6 months, you must do the same exact sales and hit it the second time. Okay, hit the second time. So when you hit the second time, then only will you be a full platinum and be given the title of a platinum. If not, before you hit platinum Q2, you are still known as a gold. Even though your sales can be generation 120%, generation matching bonus of generation 120%, generation 2 15%, and now towards generation 3 you get 5%, but then they will still give you the same the platinum payout, but they won't give you the official platinum title. Okay, vice versa for pearl, ruby, sapphire, and emerald. All these rank from platinum onwards, you need to challenge twice. This is on top of everything else that I explained earlier, you'll be getting. How much are we looking at? The maximum matching bonus that the company pay out for pearl and above. Once you hit pearl, it's already maximum payout, which is 20%, 20%, 10%. Okay, G1, G2, G2, G3. So G1 is generation 1, generation 2, generation 3. 20%, 20%, 10%. Okay, so how much are we looking at? So let's see if we are looking at the sales of the maximum cycle bonus. We mentioned maximum cycle bonus 1,600 cycle bonus. 1,600 cycle, we are looking at 144 ringgit or 50,000 Sing dollar, right? So 10% of 144, we are looking at, sorry, the number is very, very small. Okay, 28,000. Okay, about 28,000 ringgit. Okay, and we are looking at about 10,000 Sing. Okay, for the first G1 level. We are looking at the left side here. Okay, for the second level, same, you get about 28,000 ringgit and also about 10,000 Sing. Okay, third generation, we are looking at 10% for maximum 1,600 cycle. We are looking at about 10,000 ringgit and 5,000 Sing. So overall, how much are we getting? Okay, let's look into the illustration. I think the illustration got bigger font. Okay, so basically this is your left and your right, your first generation, the second generation cycle. Okay, so you get, okay, you see 20%, 20%. Okay, this is only first generation, now second generation. Okay, 20%. Now third generation, 10%. So on top of everything else, oh, sorry, too fast. Okay, so on top of everything else, you are still getting an extra bonus, okay, of 5,000 Sing. Okay, 5,000 Sing. Matching bonus only, 5,000 Sing or wait, this is only 15,000 ringgit. We are not looking at the full 1,006 cycle yet. This is not the full 1,006 cycle. We are only looking at the minimal only. So you look at the minimal only, okay? This is only looking at the minimum. Oh, so you see the beauty of it. This is on top of everything else you can get. On top of everything else you can get, okay? So be mindful. We are not talking about only getting this money. This is extra bonus on top of everything else you can get. And this is not from your friend's paycheck. It's not off your friend's paycheck. It's given to you extra on top of whatever you have from the company as a good gesture to you for working so hard as well. Okay? Then the last plus one that we're talking about is actually a one-time bonus. That is when you achieve higher than the emerald level, which is the diamond. Okay, diamond level is you need to at least attain 6 times diamond sales in 12 months in order to get the bonus. Okay, but it's a one-off bonus. So for the all 7 level of different diamond, if this is extra money for you to celebrate, to go celebration, to be very, very frank. Okay, so with that, right, if you are ever able to make it to that level, you'll be given this extra money to go celebrate. And how much are we looking at? So long as you achieve all 7 levels, you get an additional 856,000 Sing dollar or 2.46 million ringgit. That is not a lot of money. By then, when you hit the level, that is not a lot of money to you, but that is extra coffee money for you. Okay, so the new upgraded, more humane version that we are looking at that happened 2 months back was, instead of meeting 6 times in 12 months in order to get this right, in any 2 consecutive months that you hit your sales as that level diamond, the company will pay out to you straight away. So you don't have to hit 6 times. Okay, you don't need to hit 6 times to get that payout. Any 2 consecutive months, so long as you hit the same sales, right, you'll get the payout immediately. So company give you the coffee money earlier than you expected. Okay, and for your information, currently in worldwide, Successmore is in 7 countries. The highest ranking as of now is only Imperial Diamond Elite. No one has attained Presidential Diamond and Royal Diamond yet. But even though if there is, their monthly maintenance is still 250 PV. Okay, cycle bonus is still kept at 1,600 cycle per ID per month. So there's no difference. Regardless, whichever ranking you are, the company is fair. Everybody do the same across board. Okay, so that's the beauty of it. So with that, we basically has sum up our business plan and our comp plan for tonight. And also, let's see this. Okay, so basically, if you are not in the system yet, then what we are offering you is a position up here. Okay, so this is now. If you decided to think about it 2 weeks later, you might be here. Because like what I say, you can stop, but the world will continue to evolve whether you move or not. So same goes to our Successmore system. So lock in your position now. Tell your friends, lock in their position now. 40 ringgit, 20 Sing dollar. It won't bring you anywhere far if you don't spend it here and somewhere else. But if you were to lock in your position and do this registration, it might bring you a worldwide business opportunity that will blow your mind. Okay. With that, I've already completed my presentation today, and I would like to open up the